It starts out as a joke. Toph drops by Ba Sing Se while she carries on her journey to recruit future metalbenders. The latest journey is no different. After all, someone had to make sure the old man didn't kick the bucket anytime soon. Iroh always has a warm cup of tea and a story ready for her. Their group is split in every direction these days, so stories are shared through a funnel, retold from Sugar Queen to Twinkle Toes, botched by Sokka, revived by Suki, until Iroh can interpret some vague semblance to Toph that doesn't sound as crazy as Appa learned how to swamp bend and revived Momo from the spirit world. Iroh is admitted to adding some flair, if only to make Toph laugh harder. In reality, Aang is travelling the world doing his peacemaker thing, Katara is handling relations between northern and southern water tribes, Sokka ventures with the White Lotus, and Suki is busy herding Ty Lee before the Kyoshi warriors become the newest act for Governess daughter Mai of the Fire Nation.
Really? I believe the Kyoshi warriors may stop answering house calls to entertain Tom Tom. The boy isn't even there for most of the entertainment.
Sounds spicy, like this blend of ginger root and cumin.
Delicious, isn't it? I've gotten to customize the menu more these days. The people of Ba Sing Se love it.
Trading, of course, is handled with a humble hand from the Fire Lord himself, who's a constant presence in the Jasmine Dragon. Sparky probably spends more time at the Jasmine Dragon than he does running the Fire Nation, but neither nephew nor uncle see it as a problem. Toph suspects it's where most of the political power goes, making sure the old man is well stocked and versed in his tea selection, even if Zuko's palate hasn't improved past hot water and leaves. It's the thought that counts, at least, along with the gossip Zuko may bring to the table.
Ty Lee and Mai have always been close, even before Azula. I could never get Mai to smile the way Ty Lee does.
Take notes for your next girlfriend then, Sparky. Spend more time with her and hate the world less.
Zuko wrinkles his nose, pouts and sulks even. But Toph can hide her snicker behind her cup of tea. This many years after the war, 5 going on 6, Zuko needs, and knows he needs, to unwind himself from his coiled spring and make some flying lemurs in the mud.
This one had a hard time adapting to the mud. Those palace walls filled with the warmest baths you could imagine. You haven't lived until you've had a hot spring egg.
I've lived in mud. I spent years hunting the Avatar. Aang.
I lived in mud, by choice. Twinkle Toes hunting is optional. It's a lifestyle.
She can hear him roll his eyes, but he's more lax these days. They even play Pai Sho from time to time. And while Toph can't get a conversation out of Fire Lord of Honor like Sokka, they end up with a good rapport. On more than one occasion, these conversations carry on via Messenger Hawk, read to Toph by her tribe of students, or picked back up when they meet in Ba Sing Se. There's a flavour of irritation that they both relate to, filled with annoying elders and uppity meetings. Toph when she visits her parents in Gaoling, and Zuko with the fire sages and many parties in the palace that would bore Toph to tears. Sokka called them rich people problems. Toph said he was too poor to talk to her. The Jasmine Dragon offers a thinly veiled reprieve when Toph needs to decompress from too much time with her parents, and when Zuko wants reprise from snarky old men in red robes. Iroh introduces him as his son, Lee, to newcomers, and Zuko reassures them that no, the Fire Lord's scar is on the other side of his face, and that he himself doesn't see the resemblance. They'll sit and play Pai Sho until Iroh needs help. Sometimes, Toph informs Zuko of customers that are giving his uncle a difficult time, or Zuko will grab an apron unprompted to help out. Toph gets a kick out of it, because it serves as a reminder how socially awkward Zuko can be despite his royal status. For example, once a regular saw Toph camped out at a table that hosted both their belongings. The woman couldn't leave without making a remark, and Toph was aware she'd been staring since she'd entered the tea shop.
Why? What a confident woman!
What?
Aren't I a catch? He's lucky.
It's a reflex for Toph. It's confusing to Zuko. Zuko's love life is a mystery to Toph. After the breakup with Mai, he didn't seem interested in anyone else. Toph suspected for a long time something with Sugar Queen, but Katara admitted she mostly heard from Sokka about Zuko's personal life. The woman in the tea shop laughed before the great Fire Lord could recover.
Good on you, Lee. I can assure you all the girls in Ba Sing Se will be heartbroken.
Girls, thank you.
Girls. Sucks to be them.
Zuko had been exasperated, but reassured it was because of the afternoon rush. He forgot about it by the end of the night, and Toph did too, until it happened a second time, and a third, and a fourth. She lost count after that, but it's still funny.
Why haven't you taken up a new girlfriend? You and Mai broke up years ago. Your uncle says half his clientele are girls, wondering where his son is.
She knows Zuko is uncomfortable before he even voices it. Zuko's signature frown has a spirit of its own.
I don't want a girlfriend. The Fire Sages are getting testy about finding a suitable wife and producing heirs. I don't want that either.
What? Little Miss Sunshine didn't want to be a bored housewife popping out babies?
Little Miss Mai wasn't the problem.
There's gravitas in his voice. Toph knows through annual reunions at the Bell of the Soonji Horn that Sokka has asked for more details, and Zuko's always closed up, especially around Sokka. She isn't hopeful of getting more out of him.
My mom and dad are asking the same questions. Every time I visit, my mom tells me about all these suitors that have come by the house, and my dad lists off all the assets their families own. Like I'd care about inheriting some piece of land anyway.
It's apparently a safe enough deviation.
Is that why you've been coming to Ba Sing Se more often?
Toph shrugs nonchalantly.
No frickin' way am I gonna marry some stuffy guy because they want me to.
Have you even had a boyfriend?
Couple of flings, nothing serious.
Zuko gets weird about the subject. Toph doesn't know when, but somewhere down the line he's turned her into some replacement little sister. Maybe because her teasing doesn't come with emotional trauma.
How flingy?
Who knows? I lost count.
He chokes on his tea, which is the second unladylike thing to happen this evening. Toph just laughs harder.
Kidding, Sparky. Stop clutching your pearls. It's how I stave off these losers my parents find.
Toph kicks her feet over the table and opens a bag of fireflakes.
I don't want to be some boring housewife popping out babies for some random guy either. I'm the one with the family name and the prestige.
Zuko seems to consider that with a hum.
Rich people problems.
She says in the same cadence that Sokka would brag about. Zuko snorts.
Rich people problems.
He agrees, and they pour one out for their loud-mouthed friend. Eventually, they switch the tea for fire whiskey, which always makes Toph loose-lipped. More than usual, anyway.
We could get married.
Toph jests, and she cackles when Zuko makes another face.
No, really. You don't want a wife, and I don't want to be some nameless housewife pumping out babies. The Fire Sages will get off your ass, and my parents can flex that I'm getting married to the goddamn Fire Lord.
Zuko is definitely drunk, because he's actually receptive to the idea.
What happens if they start asking about grandkids?
Tell them I'm difficult. I don't give a shit. I'm the frickin' Fire Lady. I can do what I want. I've been telling my parents that for years.
Tough.
Zuko says, far more sober than anyone should be this late at night.
Being Fire Lady is a serious duty. There are responsibilities.
New reign then.
Toph says, pushing a small glass of whiskey in his direction.
I'd say no more duties, no more responsibilities, no rules.
Doesn't Aang want you to establish the police force for Republic City?
Toph shrugs nonchalantly, maybe begrudgingly. Thinking about Aang is fine, sure, but she's hated hearing his name aloud these days.
I'll make the rules there too. Rule 1. Go nuts.
Zuko gets even weirder in this little sister replacement predicament. It's awfully too traditional for her taste.
What if you find someone you want to fall in love with, and you want to settle down?
royalty has misters and mistresses all the time. The Earth King has 6 wives and a male consort. He likes anyone who likes his bear.
The Earth King has a male lover?
Zuko asks, which is absolutely not the detail she expects him to attach to.
You could too. Have 7.
Toph clinks her glass into Zuko's and takes another swig of whiskey. She crookedly moves a pie show piece across the board.
Co-nuts. Have that guy's nuts. I don't care. Problem solved.
Zuko spits out his whiskey, abhorred.
You've got a worse mouth than half the men in my military.
Looks like you need better taste in men then.
Toph rebuts. She definitely won't remember this conversation in the morning. If Aang were here, this conversation wouldn't go as far as it has. If Katara was here, she'd be marrying them off after a few swigs of whiskey herself.
It could work.
Zuko says after a while, contemplative.
You owe me anyway.
Oh, you what?
A life-changing adventure. Duh, Sparky.